How important is it to have a business plan? And on top of that, for those who are just getting into real estate, maybe they don't own a home yet. Maybe they're
Mhm.
straight out of high school, right out of
Right.
college, and they want to give this a shot part time, or they want to give it a shot full time. Now, I can tell you right now, if you're going to do this full time, you need to recognize it is a business. It is not a job, and all businesses require capital. All
Yes.
businesses require strategies and a plan, what have you. If you've got a job, you're going to do this part time, nothing really changes. It's still a business. It requires capital. And capital is probably the number one reason. That and experience would be number two. Some would argue experience number one, capital number two are the reasons most businesses fail. How important is having a business plan?
Well, here's the thing. Eric. When you said the thing about business, right? There are credits and debits. So that automatically makes this a business. On the other end of that conversation about this being a business, we have to know and understand that businesses take commitments. There's a certain fear around having a business. However, fear is only fear when you're ill prepared
Hmm.
to take the challenge. And so with fear, you have to be able to acknowledge the fear, walk into the fear, and conquer the fear. That's what business is really all about. The other end of that, as far as having a business plan, well, I got two opinions on that. One opinion is that if you only intend on doing a little bit of business, right, one or two or three transactions, even a blind squirrel can find a nut. You got 365 days to find 3 deals. That's not much. That doesn't require much of a business plan. If you want to do 10 deals, 15 deals, 20 deals, you're going to have to figure out what's going to be a lead generation source, how often you're going to lead generate, how many people you're going to have to contact. All of those things are required. And since they're required, you're going to have to create a business plan to manage your activities in order to accomplish your objectives inside of your business. So it's two thoughts there. If you want to do a little bit of business and you just sell or kill what little bit you find on the side of the business opportunity of real estate, probably don't need a business plan. If you have
Right.
an intended goal and an intended objective, and you're going to be purposeful about this business, you require a business plan because it's about purpose and intentionality. That's the way you have a successful business: purpose and intentionality.
I would argue, Emerick, that because it requires purpose and intentionality,
Yes,
that you have a business plan. You can't
absolutely.
escape not having a business plan.
Well,
Now
well,
it may not be written.
let me be clear. Let me be clear. If you are planning to operate a business with purpose and intentionality, you require a business plan. If
Right.
you're running a haphazard operation that just happens to be the sale of real estate, and you don't require a business plan because everything is haphazard anyway. You're not doing anything specific, you're not purposeful, you're not intentional. So it doesn't require a plan to be less than purposeful and less than intentional. However, purposeful, intentional, if you're going to feed your family, if you're going to have a business that's going to thrive and you intend on growing this business and cultivating this business, it requires a business plan.
For those of you just joining us, we're talking to Emerick Peace, team leader, owner of Keller Williams in Maryland, Prince George County, superstar in the real estate field, in the Keller Williams family. And he's here with me today to talk about business planning. And Emerick, if I could summarize
Okay.
in this before we go to break, some of the key points you've made, and I think really resonates for me and hopefully for those who are listening or watching. And that is you have to get yourself in a position in order to be in business and to serve others. You
Absolutely.
can't tell other people to do things that you're not doing yourselves. It undermines your credibility. And you cannot
Absolutely.
hide from the market, if you will, or from the clients you're trying to serve. You have to be your authentic self. And And being your authentic self may mean that there's some people who are not going to do business with you because you're just not ready for them yet. You need to have a little bit more, some more transactions under your belt, you need to have more experience, maybe you need to have their education. There's a lot of things, because at the end of the day, it's a consumer that is choosing you at the end of the day. Now, you also, as a business owner, can choose them, and we're going to get into that, but they ultimately are choosing you
Yes.
if you represent their values, their goals, and you can help them achieve their goals.
Absolutely. So, and I'm just, we'll get back to that one, as you said, after break. But here's the deal, right? When you get to formulate your opinion of how you're going to do business with the masses, then you get to keep all of your money. You probably won't be getting their money. You get to keep all of your money because that's your decision to do things that you want to do it. And that's okay. The question is, do you want their money and your money? Because you're in business to have the highest amount of impact, then you're going to have to be flexible in the way that you conduct your business, in the way that you present yourself. And you're going to have to be purposeful and intentional about how you're going to do these things to capture that group of people's business, money, and attention. And so it's okay, whatever you decide to do, just be resigned to the fact that you may not have the success that you desire to have at the level you desire to have it if you're going to pigeonhole yourself that way.
The power is now, folks, to get your business plan in place. And it begins with knowing who you are and being who you are so that you can begin to understand who your clients are. And that's all part of the branding process. This is a Real Estate Roundtable. We're talking about branding, part 1, and business planning for real estate agents in 2023. Hang in there, folks. We'll be right back right after this commercial break.